Hello, 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 and welcome to another true MasterSon game mother loving review. What is good in the hood, my people, my folks, my family, and all my friends, subscribers, followers, and whatnots? We are going to review the game Star Wars Jedi The Fallen Order. Awesome game, in my opinion. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, but this sucker is way too short. I found myself playing the game, truly enjoying it, and then I was like, it's over. 9 episodes is all I did on my playthrough, and it was done. Now granted, a couple of the playthroughs were 3, 4, 5 hours long, but actually they were all pretty long. But still yet, it only took not very many hours. Either way, you guys know how I like to do a review. I like to have the game on screen to show you some things, talk about it, walk you through it, and that'll be that. So you start out as this fella here. You can't really get a good look at his face. Cal Kestis. And this is the ship that you end up driving around on, called the Mantis. First, and one of the coolest parts of the game, but I thought it was cool, but as I played the game I realized how dumb it was the map system. So let's check out the map system. In this game you have a total of 5 planets, as you can see, that you will traverse, explore, and play through. We will go to the planet that we're on, which is one of the most intricately mapped planets and biggest planets to explore, which is Zepho. Okay, we're going to view the Zepho map. Alright, here we are on the Mantis. Alright, now this is your map. It is a holo map. And as you can see, it's holographic. So it makes it pretty hard to use the map to make it to a specific place that you want to go. Because although some places may look connected, they aren't, or they're only connected via one direction. For example, you start out here, you work your way over through this little area here. You'll go here, and then you end up working your way around. You can see a bunch of little platforms you're going to have to jump across. Maybe a little piece of tubing that you'll have to climb across, but then you may get to a place like this here. Let me get a good picture of it. You see the archway there at the top and the slide piece coming down here. You can only go down this one way. So until you get used to the map, it makes it, the map was difficult for me to learn to use, and I was actually playing after I beat the game, just messing around, exploring a little bit, and I was deep into this map right here, way down in these caves, which are levels upon levels down, okay? And as you see, over here you have a little, I can't zoom in any further. If you look straight down there, you can see I don't know how well you guys can see it, there is a rope that connects. Well, that rope might only work one way for certain times of the game. But it's just how disconnected the areas are. Like, look at this area over here. Like, it's completely disconnected from everything else, right? So there's literally one way to get there and one way to get out. So if you're stuck there, the map is good for shit. Just as an example, okay? But at first I thought this was one of the coolest parts of the game until I got into a level like this, ended up deep down in one of these areas, and couldn't figure out how to get back to the ship. That is one of the, and there is no fast travel, which is also a big hiccup in my opinion that the game developers did, because you should be able to fast travel back when they make it this difficult to figure out where to go, I think. Okay, so as I said, you get 5 worlds to explore. Pretty fun. I really did enjoy the game. The map system, in my opinion, was the biggest fault in the game. It was just very hard for me to figure out how to use the map to get back to where I needed to go, if I needed to get back to the ship. But definitely a cooler part of the game. Okay. Now we're going to take a walk back and check this out. This is another little, not even a quest. As you're going through the game, you'll be able to collect different things, one of which being plant seeds. And here in your terrarium, you see, after you collect it, you'll bring it back to the ship and plant it, and the captain of the ship, Grease, sort of cares for them, and you can collect these along the way and just check out the cool plants. They don't give you any perks, you can't make anything out of them, they're not for crafting. It's just a collectible that they decided to put in the game. I mean, it was an okay option, I guess, but I really didn't put any thought into it. Now, if you make your way to the back of the ship, you'll find a meditation spot. These will be your save points and your upgrade points. When you go to a meditation point, you can see you can rest. And this is sort of a, for those of you who have played Bloodborne, which I've played, or Dark Souls, if you go to a save point and rest, all the enemies respawn, but you get all of your health back, as well as your health canisters, which will give you health when you run out of health. Okay, and you have your skill tree. These are your 3 skills that you can upgrade. Lightsaber to the middle, the Force to the left, and survival to the right. Of course, survival is going to give you stuff to go along with your health. Enhanced survival skills, Cal's maximum life increased, superior blocking, and the amount of canisters you can carry, or the amount of life that the canisters that you intake give you life back. The amount of life that they give you back will increase. The Force is a pretty cool one to upgrade. You can slow things down in the game. Certain components will be moving that you need to travel over, and you have to slow them, time it, jump on them, slow the next one, time it, jump on them to make it through certain areas. Pretty cool. Of course, you upgrade your Force has a meter as well, and you upgrade that as well, so you have more Force to use. Lightsaber pretty much gives you a bunch of different combat moves, and that's about it. And then, so this is, and these will be your save points as well. Also, like Bloodborne, Sekiro, and Dark Souls, this game, you go so far and you unlock shortcuts, so it makes it easier to get back to where you were. Just like the other games, it's somewhere near your rest point, you find a shortcut, boom, 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 you can get back to where you were a little quicker, if you're paying attention. Me, I wasn't. One of the other cooler parts of this game that I didn't spend a great amount of time doing, I just found something I liked and used it, was the lightsaber customization. You can change the color of your beam. Now, you won't get all of these colors, and you actually can't see 1 or 2 of them because of my camera. But you can change the color of your lightsaber. I think to start off, I got premium content. I don't know how I ended up with this. I think it was just because I had an EA account or a whatever account that goes with this game. I think you get green, green, blue, and I think I had orange to start off with, but I think you might only get green and blue unless you have the premium content, which I don't know how I ended up with that. I didn't load anything. Your emitter, which you will notice will be the very front of your, and I will change, let me see which one I have to change it to. I'll change it to the Mangus. Mangus Cordova, or Mangus, whatever his name was. The emitter will be the front. Okay. The switch will be the next part, of course. That will be your switch. Your sleeve will be the next part down. And then your emitter on the other end. You won't get this until later. Will be at that end. And then you can also change the material, which will change the color. Okay. You notice there are some, I don't have them all unlocked. I like to explore, but I didn't do too much exploring. But you see, you find some pretty kick-ass colors here. Like, I was a big fan of this one, the High and Smelt, which is like a goldish. Or the red. Or even the blue. So we'll leave this one red for now. Pretty cool. Dulavite. That's why I love red. Blah blah blah. Ha ha ha. So that's your. It doesn't really give you any perks or anything. It just makes it look cooler, which I thought was nice. I ended up myself. Oh, and you can change the... Oh, that's just the color of your thing, yeah. So... there's that. Oh, wait. Here, I'll change the color once just so you can get a different look of the color. I personally like the yellow myself. Magenta, indigo, orange, purple, green, and blue. I like the yellow, personally. Thought it was pretty bright and neat looking. Alright, so that's that. I wish there was a way you can get to that part of the ship. I think it would be cool down there, but you can't. I tried. From there, that's pretty much the inside of your ship, except for when you're traveling. When you're traveling, it'll go a short way. Then the Captain Greaves will tell you to take a seat. Then you take a seat and you land. This guy here is BD. You find him early on in the game, and he's your little bot, which carries your health stems. So you have, you know, like your health packs, your health things, whatever you want to call it. When you're running out of health, he has them for you. You have to hit a button, and I do believe it's up on the D-pad, yes, and he will throw you a stem, and you will have it to get some health back. These here are the two people you start the game out with in the prologue, prelogue, whatever you want to call it. You'll see how it goes. I don't want to spoil anything. And then you end up with these two, which help you through your journey to become a Jedi and get the game going. Without any other spoilers, I will take you a little bit into this level just to show you the coolness of the game. I'm not going to go very far because I don't want to have any spoilers. Just to give you a look at the combat. Now, as I said, hold on. I turned the volume up on the game a little bit because I wanted you to be able to hear it in the background, but it's a little too loud for me to try to scream over. So we're going to turn that down a skosh. I'm going to run you through a little bit of the combat just so you can get a look for it. And that's about it. Well, while I'm here, we'll just utilize this. These are, this is your pause menu. You go in, it'll show you the skills that you have and what you need to do to activate them. Push, hold, press R2, hold R2, your customization. These are other things that you can collect in the game to customize your character. This is your poncho, which you don't have to wear the poncho, but if you don't, this is what you look like through the whole game. There are no other jackets. This is just no poncho. These are different poncho colors and materials that you can get throughout the game to customize your character. As I said, I was a fan of the yellow because you can also customize your little bot, and I found the nice matching yellow to go with him. I do have a match for, I do believe, this color of him, which is blue and white. And I also think I have one that matches this sort of pinkish red and black. But I'm into the yellow. I don't know why. Same thing with the lightsaber. It was just my thing through the game was yellow. Alright, and you also can collect colors for your ship. Hence the yellow. There are some pretty cool colors though here. Like, I think that's pretty cool. Silver with a black and gold flag at the top there. There is that one, which is silver with gold and black. The racer, silver and red. This one's cool too, all black with some gold highlights. The smuggler, which I thought was pretty plain. I used it for a little bit, but hey, whatever. Blue, this blue and white, that's the original. And that's pretty cool. That reminds me of Princess Leia's ship, the white and gold. But just another little customization piece for the game. That's about it. It doesn't do anything special. It just makes everything look different. So let's get into a little bit of the combat.
Don't be a big target.
There you go. You see you can block your laser shots back at the enemy. And when you start out, you will only have the single lightsaber. But as you see later on in the game, as you progress, you will get the double-bladed. There are different perks to both. Of course, using the double will help when surrounded by enemies because you're swinging that other blade behind you as you're striking with the front. So unintentionally, you can strike some enemies, but like I said, when you start off, you're at single saber style. Now, as I said, this game I thought was super fun to traverse, but the map is hard to use. And I will take you just into this little area because, like I said, I don't want to spoil too much, but this is one of the first areas in the game, if I'm not mistaken, that you'll be sent to. Here, we'll slow this to be able to jump across. Oh, wrong button. And here I'll show you some of the things that you can do with the Force. You can pull an enemy towards you with the Force, like so. Or you can push him away. Which comes in handy when really surrounded by enemies. Or if you want to blow them off a cliff. Alright. Now the game was, like I said, it was a joy to play through because there's like all these cool areas that you can like travel through. Like as you're running through the game.
Located a hostile. Move up already. I'll drop you.
And there are some small finishers like that. But you'll also notice in the game there's going to be areas. There will be areas right off the bat that you can't go to until later on in the game, but you do have to play through that area anyway while you're there. So it's like you're going to have places that are locked that you have to end up traveling back to, which really sucks.
Form up on me.
Hit the target.
such as this. You'll run into something like this, and you can't, it'll be the whole way up. Actually, this isn't one of them. But you'll have a place like that where a piece of metal's bent up and you can't yet push it with the force because you don't have that ability yet and you haven't upgraded it, and you'll have to travel back to it. Or a rope that you need to pull to yourself. But as you can see, the game is quite visually pleasing. Like, there are and this is just the beginning, like I said, there are a very great many areas
An intruder?
that I thought were absolutely awesome to travel through. So, there's that. Like I said, I don't want to spoil too much of the game for anybody. Not only that, like I said, when I go from here it wouldn't be hard, but when I go too far back in, I can't make it back to the ship very easily and I get lost. So we're just gonna head back, because I do not want to spoil anything.
An enemy. Here.
And that's about it. I mean, like I said, I don't want to, the game is so short, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But it is an extremely fun game to play. I recommend it to anybody who is into a good single-player, third-person story game. It's amazing. I really enjoyed it, but the problem was the game was way too short. I would have enjoyed a couple more worlds to explore. I am hoping that maybe there'll be another one out shortly after this. But, that's about it. Like I said, I don't want to spoil too much. I definitely give the game a solid 9 out of 10. It was an excellent play, but way too short. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Check this game out. It's definitely worth it. This is the only Star Wars game that I've played to date. I've never played any of the older ones, so I may go back and dig in a little bit and do a playthrough. So watch for that on the channel, possibly. Currently playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Stop by, check me out, chat with me, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. Of course, if you're watching this, you're already on my channel on YouTube, so it's TrueMasterson, True MasterSon, or True MasterSon. I thought the play on words was funny. I have to keep saying it so everybody knows why that's my name. Or on Twitch, TRU, no space, TrueMasterson, no space, True without the E, Masterson. That's the channel on Twitch. Follow, watch, like, subscribe, gamers. Let's get it. Until the next time, may the Force be with you.